Hi ladies and gents, this is Jason Simmons, estate agent. I just thought I'd bring you a quick video today. Basically it's multi-purpose, so the first purpose is for owners that are currently on the market with their property, thinking about what changes could possibly be made, and also for estate agents new and old, just a couple of pointers on when you are listing a property. There's several different bits, and with the technology nowadays, they are very, very important bits when you're looking to market a property. So what I'm going to do with you now is I'm going to share with you one of my listings on Rightmove that's recently sold, and just run through the 6 to 8 different parts of a listing that you really should look for, and if they've not been done, really look to improve each of your listings. And owners, if you are watching, please do run these by your estate agent if you think any of them are missing. Right, let's take a quick look. Okay ladies and gents, so as you can see on my screen here, this is one of my own listings. Please don't get confused by the EXP UK, that's the company I work with who do all my advertising. So this listing, just to give you an idea, I didn't want to pick on anybody else's, so I've chosen one of my own. So the first thing to look at is the external and internal photos. So an external photo, you are allowed to show a property in its best light under the property guidelines. So in this case you can see every photo has been brightened, a blue sky has been added to the front here, all cars and bins have been removed, and it's essentially showing the property in its best possible light. And all the internal photos on this one were also subject to similar editing. And it is key. Photos really do, sell the property to somebody. So as you can see there, every external photo's had a blue sky added. They've all been brightened because it was a dull, wintry day when these were taken. And cost to an estate agent, I think these cost me £1, £1.50 per photo. So it's not a huge expense, and the difference when the property launches to the market between, especially the front photo, where people see the property first, whether it be on computer, tablet, a shop window, that's the first initial impression somebody gets. So it really needs to be as good as it possibly can be. There's no excuse for a poor front photograph, especially not when it costs £1 to £1.50 to get it edited by a professional. So that's the first thing. The photos are key. So if you're looking at your photographs as an estate agent or as an owner and thinking they're not good enough, please speak to somebody and arrange to get them sorted out. It's not a huge cost at all. And the second bit, which you saw very briefly just, and it's particularly apt in this day and age, are video tours. They're not expensive things to get done. I film mine on exactly the same camera as I take the photographs with, and it's simply a walkthrough of the property. Now, just to give you a brief idea of the importance of these, most viewers view them at least once or twice before they view a property, and a serious buyer will view the video 3, 4 or 5 times after they've viewed it. The most I've had is 12 times a single person has viewed a property. They ended up offering, they ended up buying the property. And as from an agent's point of view, you can set up analytics so you can see when somebody is watching the video over and over again, hence they're interested. And from a flip side, it also means that you do get rid of a lot of time wasters who will simply view the video because of their nosy, in all honesty, but not waste your time and actually physically going around and viewing the property. As I say, video tours at the moment are particularly apt given the coronavirus crisis. For safety purposes, people are looking at them prior to booking their first viewing, which is now inevitably become their second viewing of the property. So agents, please do adapt. They're cost effective. This cost me nothing but 20 minutes of my time in the property and 20 minutes time of editing, and it's not complicated to do. If I can do it, anybody can do it. So that's that bit. The next bit, and I'll jump onto it here, are the floor plans. So it amazes me how a lot of agents have really good photographs, and then you flip to the floor plan and it's plain, it's black and white. Now this, again, it's a free service to upgrade your floor plan from black and white to colour. So here it just populates yellow for bedrooms, blue for bathrooms, etc. You can choose where to put your measurements in and where not to, and it just makes a difference when somebody's viewing photos of this quality and then jump onto a plain black and white floor plan. It's not good. It's not good. And also the other point is here with the total floor area. Don't remove it, leave it on there. It's only approximately because you're using the computer software, but it just gives the person an idea of the overall size. So that's those bits. Jumping back to the main listing, and again, it's a point that is always missed, and it amazes me. The bullet points, the key features section here. As an estate agent, I'm permitted to pop 10 bullet points on here in as much detail as I like. I think it's up to 50 or 60 characters. So when somebody's glancing either on a smartphone, tablet, computer, wherever it may be, these are the bullet points that stand out. After somebody's browsed the pictures and the video, they jump down, and this is the bit where you grab their attention. So it's almost a summary of the property. So with this one, you can see it's exclusive 5-bedroom detached home, separate utility room, master bedroom, ensuite. It's almost, if somebody said to you, describe this property in 100 words, this is what you'd put. And again, 2 bullet points, 4 bullet points, or 0 bullet points just makes a huge difference, because you're not showing somebody that you're committed, to giving them information about this property. And from that forms part of your brief description, which is here, which is the first thing you see when you're scanning Rightmove, and should also be the first thing when you're scanning the listing like here. And you can see there's capital letters in here. It's just a psychological thing, that's all. It's taking what is essentially in the bullet points above and just making them stand out in the same manner. And then lastly, the full description. Apologies, there's no measurements on here. This property was sold prior to marketing, so the measurements were never done, in all honesty, sold before it went on. But the point I want to make is, even rooms such as the dining room here, it's a full description of everything in the room: windows, doors, flooring, radiator, coving and light point. You really need to make sure, because specific buyers will look for specific things. For example, I had a lady last week that was looking specifically for a bath in the ensuite, so this one would be suitable for her. She could scan through several listings, and if there's no write-up to show what's in the ensuite, she's never going to know whether there's a bath or not. Hence she'll view it, wasting the owner's time and your time, and never buy it, because that's a specific need, and buyers do have specific things they're looking at a lot of the time. So these might sound like small bits and bobs that I've picked up, but I've learnt, especially last year. Last year I had 14 properties off my competitor agents, 12 of which are sold, and of those 12, I think 2 or 3 maybe, I changed the asking price because I thought that was where the issue lay. With the others, it was simply a change of marketing. So it was add a blue sky, brighten the photographs, add a video tour, change the floor plan, add more bullet points, and do a full write-up. And just by changing those 6 or 7 things, we gain more interest, and they're all sold. So proof's in the pudding. These small changes, they do add up. So as a seller, if you notice anything of these that aren't done, speak to your estate agent and ask that they be done. None of them are a huge cost. And as an estate agent, when you're looking to list a property, please do be particular and make sure that it's looking perfect. Think of yourself as a buyer. You want to see absolutely everything and as good as it can possibly look. Right, back to me. Okay, so hopefully that gives you a bit more understanding for both estate agents and sellers as to why these are important. Over the years I've found little bits do add up, and if several little bits are missing, it can be the reason why a property hasn't sold. It's not always down to the asking price, which I know a lot of us, unfortunately, especially from corporate backgrounds, are trained into thinking that reductions are ultimately the most important thing, but it's not the case. You need to look at the whole aspect. So if it is that your external photos haven't got blue skies, please get them added. If it is that your floor plans are black and white, it costs nothing to upgrade them to colour. Look at your bullet points, check your full description, make sure everything's in place, and only as a last resort ring your owners asking for that reduction. Thank you very much for watching. It's been a pleasure. Take care.